Good morning, everybody. As you know, my name is Josh Pritchard, and I'm a student in the sport management program at Niagara College, currently studying Business 1225 Customer Service with Miss Jen Day. We have been attributed with the project of doing a customer service assignment where we had to pick a sport organization and look into their customer service practices. I have been honored to be able to look into the Welland Jackfish of the Intercounty Baseball League, which is a league that doesn't get nearly as much recognition, or as it should, quite frankly. The Welland Jackfish are one of those organizations that they're not the fanciest sport organization, but they do pride themselves on one thing, and that is their fans and their customer service. We're going to start today with a little bit of a brief history. The Welland Jackfish were actually previously known as the Burlington Herd, but they were relocated and rebranded to Welland, essentially becoming founded in November of 2018. Their 2019 inaugural season saw them had 19 wins and 17 losses. They did make the playoffs that year, winning their first round series 4-1 over the London Majors before losing their semifinals to the Barrie Baycats. Their average attendance was 15,292. Today we're going to speak a little bit more about their service culture. Service culture is slightly different than overall customer service environment, and we're going to see why in just a moment here. So one thing you're really going to notice about the Welland Jackfish is that they pride themselves on fans first, fun always. And what is really cool about this is that they kind of pride themselves on these 3 M's, which are moments, matter, and meaning. And basically it just comes down to creating moments that make people feel like they matter, that will provide a deeper meaning for them. You'll see here, we won't actually play it just for time purposes, but you'll see here that there is a little YouTube video, Fans First Fun Always. This is Jackfish Baseball, which you can find on YouTube, which really just kind of highlights the importance of the fans to the organization and all the cool things that the Jackfish do throughout the game, from different giveaways to fireworks after the show to live music to just interacting with the fans in every way possible, and really making them involved and getting them involved in the game. So as you can see, the Jackfish really do their best to involve the fans in every aspect of the game, and it's not just, you know, entry-level employees that get involved. It's everything from greeters all the way up to the vice president of operations that really do get involved and make it an overall experience for their fans, whether it be, with their interactions throughout the game with like pizza giveaways, fan of the game giveaways, so on and so forth, live music, firework presentations after the games, so on and so forth. The Jackfish really pride themselves on kind of creating that family atmosphere and making their fans feel like a family member rather than just a transaction, which I think is one of the more important factors when it comes to successful customer service. As we relate back to service culture, though, I'm really going to relate this to some of their team philosophies, and we're going to start that off with first impressions. With first impressions with the Jackfish, if you buy a ticket to a game in advance, you don't only get a celebratory email, which is a really exciting kind of thank you for buying a ticket, but you also get an appreciation phone call from a staff member of the Jackfish. So it's kind of like a double dip, really, in terms of appreciation. And then as you enter the game, you're actually going to experience a welcoming environment, and as such, are treated as part of the family, with staff members of all magnitude interacting with you in different capacities. These things in particular kind of really speak to the partner with customer strategy, but it also does speak to, a couple of the things that customers really want, which is personal recognition. And the Jackfish organization provide them that from the very first interaction. There's also a form of courtesy here, right? I mean, when you think that you're getting shown appreciation on 2 fronts here, first the email and then the phone call, there's really some legitimate courtesy there, and I think that's very important when it comes to a service culture. The first philosophy we're going to go over here is CARE, which stands for Communication, Accountability, Recognition, and Empowerment. The very first strategy to creating a positive service culture, as many of us know, is partnering with customers, which does include communicating effectively, and the Jackfish do love to do this very intently with their customer base. They listen to the customer's needs and do everything they can to satisfy those needs, which I think obviously is extremely imperative and critical. Furthermore, they do communicate the organization's culture on a consistent and in most cases daily basis, while the Jackfish make it abundantly clear to their consumers that they will always come first. Additionally, their customer experience is the priority, and the team will do all they can to create a positive one for every fan. The accountability factor can be attributed to the ethical behavior strategy, just as taking ownership and control of a consumer-related issue can be viewed as positive moral standards and therefore ethical behavior. The next philosophy we're going to go over is ONLY, which stands for Own It, Noise, Love, and Know Your Why. This one was kind of more straightforward than care. Demonstrate commitment, which is one of the strategies, kind of goes hand in hand with Own It. Noise is definitely a form of communication. Love can be speaking to the partnership between the organization and the fans. And knowing your why can basically allow you to become an expert on your organization. The Jackfish pride themselves on three loves: their customers over their product, their peers over their customers, and yourself overall. By putting the fans first, the organization is actually aligning with what customers want. The team has different strategies in place, as you've seen, that complement several of the top 7 things customers do want, and ones that are more obvious are things like courtesy, timely service, enthusiastic service, empathy, and professionalism. And then finally, their lasting impressions really just speaks to kind of the providing the follow-up, right? I mean, it's great to be hands-on and encouraging and all of that leading up to and through the game, but it's at the end of the game, are you still treating the fans as you were when they walked in? As you can see on this slide, fans do exit post-game. They receive appreciation from staff in the form of a thank you. There's a celebratory environment on the way out with live music. And then even in unfavorable weather conditions, all Jackfish staff accompany the fans to their vehicles with umbrellas, which I thought was a very creative way of creating a positive service culture. I hope you enjoyed our time together talking about the Welland Jackfish and their service culture. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Other than that, have a great day.